بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. اللهم لا سهلا إلا ما شئت جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم من أرادنا وأراد الإسلام والمسلمين بسوء فاجعل كيده في نحره وأشغله بنفسه. اللهم آمين. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and peace be upon all His messengers from Adam down to the last one, Muhammad, peace be upon them all. We do testify that there is no one worthy of being worshipped, followed, or obeyed except the Almighty Allah, and that Muhammad is the last messenger, the one who completed the message of Abraham, the message of Moses, the message of Jesus, peace be upon them all. Today, inshallah, we will deal with Surah Al-Mursalat. We have finished Surah Al-Insan, and I hope that you revise always and you will come up with something. Actually, last quiz was not that good, really, to be frank with you. That's why I didn't give you your marks. So I will ignore it, and we will, inshallah, start a new one. So please be ready and prepare for this. It is something important. Today we will start this surah. Now I will read the translation of these verses in English. By the mursalat urfa, the asifat asfa, and the nashirat nashra, the fariqat, the separate, the mulkiyat, that remind, excusing or warning, surely what you are promised will occur. Then when the stars lose their lights, and when furiged the heaven, and when the mountains are blown away, and when the messengers are omitted, for what day are these signs postponed? For the day of sorting out. And what will explain to you what's the day of sorting out? Woe that day to the deniers. And the meaning of sorting out, we will come to that, inshallah, later. Now, this surah was revealed in Mecca. And Bukhari narrated that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, was with the Prophet ﷺ with some companions in Mina, in a cave there, when this surah was revealed. And he said that he learned this surah from the mouth of the Prophet ﷺ. Allahu Akbar. Allah. They were with the Prophet ﷺ. So they learned immediately from his mouth. And he said the mouth of the Prophet ﷺ was moist with this surah when he was reciting it to them and teaching them. He said, that's Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he said, I still remember that a snake leaped out at us. And the Prophet ﷺ said, kill it. So immediately the companions rushed after it to kill it. But they couldn't. It got away. The Prophet ﷺ said, it was saved from your harm, just as you were all saved from its harm. Yes. Now, look at, even they mentioned everything, that they still remember everything, that when it was revealed and when the Prophet ﷺ was reciting it and what happened, the incident that happened during that time. So it is something, not imagination, or they lived the life, the true life with the Prophet ﷺ. And remember that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he was the person who said that I know about every single verse in the Holy Quran, when it was referred, where it was revealed, whether in Mecca or Medina, whether during night or during day, whether in winter or in summer, whether during war or peace, whether the Prophet ﷺ was traveling or staying in Medina or in Mecca. So all these things, he knew about all these things. So these are the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. The meaning of al-mursalat. Just let me mention something regarding this, that the Prophet ﷺ used to recite this surah in Salat al-Maghrib, in Maghrib prayers. And even Abdullah ibn Abbas' mother said that when he was one night reciting this surah, she said, "Oh my son, you reminded me of the recitation of the Prophet ﷺ when I heard him the last time of his life, that he recited it in Salat al-Maghrib." So the Prophet ﷺ used to recite this surah in Salat al-Maghrib, in al-Maghrib prayers. Yes. The meaning of وَالْمُرْسَلَاتِ عُرْفًا فَالْعَاصِفَاتِ عَصْفًا وَالنَّاشِرَاتِ نَشْرًا. Actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by different creatures about the occurrence of the hereafter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can swear with whatever He wants, subhanahu wa ta'ala. But He is the greatest. And He will not swear with anything except something great. Yes, yes. So, وَالْمُرْسَلَاتِ عُرْفًا. Some of the interpreters of the meaning of the Holy Quran said that the meaning of al-mursalat, al-asifat, al-nashirat, the meaning is the angels. Okay? The angels. But the authentic meaning, which was said by Abdullah ibn Abbas, Qatada, and Mujahid, and some others, they said no. The meaning of al-mursalat, al-asifat, and al-nashirat, and also Abdullah ibn Mas'ud with this group, they said that the meaning of this is the wind itself. Yes, the wind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can send wind to carry peace to human beings, or to destroy if he wishes, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And remember that in one of the American states, there was no raining for a long period of time, and they tried to use planes to fertilize at certain time there, clouds there. They want to get rain, but they forget that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who can cause all these things to happen. Then they did. Then a wind came and carried these clouds to another state. Yes, and the rain happened in another state. It destroyed their crops there in the other state. So they sue the other state because they destroyed their own crops. Yes, and so this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can cause these things to happen. Yes. So this is the meaning of وَالْمُرْسَلَاتِ عُرْفًا فَالْعَاصِفَاتِ أَصْفًا وَالنَّاشِرَاتِ نَشْرًا. Actually, Ibn Jarir didn't affirm whether النَّاشِرَات نَشْرًا are the angels or the wind, as has preceded. But as we have mentioned, this is the meaning of النَّاشِرَات. It is part of the wind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَرْسَلْنَا الرِّيَاحَ لَوَاقِحًا. And we send the winds fertilizing. Okay? And He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَهُوَ الَّذِي يُرْسِلُ الرِّيَاحَ بُشْرًا بَيْنَ يَدَيْ رَحْمَتِهِ. Yes. And it is He who sends the winds as heralds of glad tidings, going before His mercy, which means rain. His mercy here means rain. Yes. So the meaning of al-nashirat can be wind that carries clouds to cause rain, or can be the rain itself. فالفارقات فرقا فالملقيات ذكرا عذرا أو نذرا. The fariqat that separate, the mulqiyat that remind, excusing or warning, meaning the angels. Here the meaning of these three verses is the angels. Okay, the angels, فارقات, ملقيات, عذرا أو نذرا. Yes, so الفارقات, الملقيات, it means angels. They come with what? They sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to messengers on earth, yes, with the revelation, okay, and to carry guidance for all mankinds. Yes, so they come to distinguish between the truth and falsehood, guidance and misguidance, the lawful and the forbidden. They bring the revelation to the messengers for them to convey that revelation to all mankind. إنما توعدون لواقع. This is the subject of these oaths. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, والمرسلات عرفا فالعاصفات عصفا والناشرات نشرا فالفارقات فرقا. Then we come to the subject of this. If you remember that in Arabic we have what they call jawab al-qasam. Jawab al-qasam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can swear with whatever, as we have mentioned. So these are the beginning of the things that Allah has sworn with. And then after that, we came to the subject of these oaths as وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى. Then إِنَّ سَعْيَكُمْ, this is the subject. Or أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها. This is the subject of these oaths. Okay? Yes. This means what you all have been promised concerning the establishment of the hour, judgment day, the blowing of the horn, the resurrection of the bodies, the gathering of those of old and those of later times on one common ground, and the rewarding of every doer of a deed based upon his deed. If he did good, he will be rewarded good, and if he did evil, he will be rewarded evil. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that this will happen. This will happen. إِنَّمَا تُوعَدُونَ لَوَاقِعٌ. And inna here in Arabic is to emphasize. Yes, this is for emphasis. That will take place. This will happen. This will occur. Yes, when Allah wants. Yes. So the person will be rewarded whatever he or she did on earth, whether good or bad, whether something that he will be or she will be happy with, or that's something evil for the person. I think we will stop here. هذا والله أعلم. صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه.